Up in the Himalayas, on the northern fringes of Pakistan, you find some of the most intimidating high mountain peaks on Earth. It's why the great explorer Marco Polo named this place the roof of the world. And below these mighty peaks lie valleys untouched by modern civilization. This is a world where supernatural forces and ancient mysteries control people's daily lives. One valley in particular has captured the imagination of the world. A place so perfect, so harmonious, that it brought health, long life, and enlightenment to all who lived there. To find it, I must climb rugged mountain peaks, cross glaciers and snowfields, as I search for the truth behind Shangri-La.
Hello, I'm David Adams, and this is the mighty Indus River. It flows from high in the Himalayas down across Pakistan. And up near its source, there's supposed to be a place called Shangri-La.
So my search starts in northern Pakistan, a country sandwiched between Afghanistan, India and China. From Peshawar, I head northwest into the Hindu Kush, then east to the Hunza Valley in the heart of the Himalayas. Beshara is a frontier city, and that's what its name means, frontier town. You can get anything in Beshara, and I'm here to do a bit of research. I'm looking for a book called Lost Horizon, a British novel that provides the inspiration for my journey. And in Beshara, there's a shop that should surely stock books by British authors, the London Book Company. Lost Horizon is an escapist fantasy about a utopia hidden somewhere in the Himalayas. It was written in the 1930s by James Hilton, and it quickly became a bestseller. Basically, it's the story of 4 travellers escaping from war-torn Afghanistan who get lost in the Himalayas. They're rescued and taken to a Buddhist monastery called Shangri-La. There, they find a modern-day utopia, a haven of peace and harmony, a place where people live to be over 200 years old. Their adventure starts in a plain high over the Himalayas. Of course, there was no Shangri-La. Hilton himself claimed it was a fictional place. But with the Western world on the brink of World War II, people wanted to believe it, and so a myth grew up. Maybe Hilton was hiding something. Maybe Shangri-La was inspired by a real valley, somewhere down there.
Well, the only clue that James Hilton gives us as to the whereabouts of Shangri-La is to say that the plane flew past K2 and Nanga Parbat, 2 of the highest mountains in the world. After that, simply disappeared.
Nanga Parbat is a tantalising landmark. But for anyone who survived an aeroplane crash in the 1930s, the chances of survival up here would have been slim. They'd have had to trek through deep snowfields and treacherous glaciers. They'd have had to breathe in a rarefied atmosphere at altitudes of 20,000 feet, 6,000 metres or higher. And then there are the crevasses, deep holes below the ice, ravines covered for centuries by ice and snow.
From the left side. Yeah.
Every footstep must be planned. Every footstep could be your last. Nanga Parbat is the mountain that was James Hilton's last connection with reality. The place where the plane crash of Lost Horizon and the real world come together.
Well, we didn't quite make it to the viewpoint of Nanga Parbat. The snow's getting a bit too deep, and I can tell you it's very cold. I'm sounding a bit funny because my mouth is freezing up. This is about minus 20. This is, without doubt, one of the most extreme places on Earth.
But despite these dreadful conditions, people have been coming here for centuries, looking for Shangri-La. The first was Alexander the Great. 2,500 years ago, his armies came in search of the Fountain of Youth. His quest started where mine starts, in the Bombaret Valley, a remote corner of Pakistan, on the border of Afghanistan. This is the home of a remote mountain tribe called the Kalash.
It seems a very peaceful life here.
Yeah.
Before my guide Jinnah takes me to see the living Kalash, he takes me to see the dead. This is what's left of their graveyard, bones and coffins scattered by grave robbers and vandals. The reason? Pakistan is an all-Muslim country, and the Kalash are the last surviving non-Muslim minority.
It's very old and it's broken.
For 1,000 years, their Muslim overlords have called them Kafirs, the non-believers. As a result, they are an oppressed people. This desecrated graveyard, just one example of their persecution.
But these were not Kalash people who took away the bones.
No, Kalash don't take.
But Islamic people.
Yeah.
Once 80,000 of them lived in this valley. Today, there are barely 2,500. If anything, the Kalash look more European than Pakistani. There's an amazing prevalence of blue eyes and blonde hair amongst them. And there may be a good reason why. They say that even if Alexander the Great didn't find his Shangri-La, some of his soldiers did.